Hello everyone, myself Ganesh Shewalkar. I am from R.C. Patel Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, Shirpur. For the part of this International Faculty Development Program on Environment and Sustainability, I have taken the subject that is solvent recycling and subsequent sustainability of the environment. So it is a process that has been taken in order to present this topic. So before going to this topic, I would like to know that in week I added two videos before this video. That is the for week 1 of the course and for week 2 of the course. You can see the link that has been given for a week 1, and in week 1 I have covered the content that is the environmental sustainability in pharmacy field. It means in pharmacy field how the environment can be sustained. Then in the week 2 video, you can see the link, and the content of that video was it deals with the sustainability development, agricultural technologies, energy technology. So these are the different technologies and their and how they helps in sustaining the environment. These things has been explained in this week 2 video. Now the outcome of this video. So after you will go through this video, you will get the some outcomes like how this the laboratory solvents cause hazardous air pollution. Means the solvents that has been the organic solvent that has been used for different purposes in pharmacy fields, and the vapors or effervescence that has been produced from these organic solvents, and how they cause the pollution, air pollution. Now, the second point, how recycling of laboratory solvents reduces carbon footprints. This is the second outcomes that we will learn. Means if we recycle that organic solvent, if we will not allow it to throw out, then this recycling, how it helps to reduce the carbon footprints or the removal of carbon into the environment. Then how we can maintain the environmental sustainability concerning laboratory solvents. So by recycling these solvents, how we can maintain the environmental sustainability. This is the third outcome of this video. Now, in analytical chemistry, laboratories growing concern about the use and emission of volatile organic compounds and hazardous air pollutants shows the environmental impact of solvents. So, because of use of these solvents, they have drastically affect the environment. So, they have a major impact on the environment. So, processes such as concentrating the mixture and evaporation of solvents generate tons of solvent vapors annually that are released into the atmosphere. So this solvents generally used during the concentration of particular liquid, particular extract which has been developed by organic solvents, and also during the process of evaporation, these organic fumes or this organic vapor has been released into the atmosphere, and thereby they affect the environment. So here the main goal of this study was to estimate the carbon footprint of the recycled solvents. So suppose if we recycle that solvents, these organic solvents, and how they will affect the environment or how they will help to sustain the environment. This is the main goal of this study. Now here you can see the processes, means how the waste solvents or raw materials has been processes, that is recycling, plant storage and initial treatment. Then we can go for distillation and then further packaging. So this is how we can recycle the particular solvent that has been obtained as an extract. So these things can help to recycle the solvents, and that can be used for utilized for further purpose. Now we see the carbon emission or footprint calculation, means how we can how this carbon emission has been taken place or how we can calculate the footprint. So first is what is mean by carbon footprint. A carbon footprint is the amount of greenhouse gases, primarily carbon dioxide, released into the atmosphere by a particular human activity. So because of any human activity, when there is a release of carbon dioxide into the environment, then this is called as a carbon footprint. So it produces its footprints, and this is the carbon footprint because of the removal of carbon dioxide in atmosphere by any human activity. So it is usually measured as a tons of CO2 emitted per year, a number that can be supplemented by tons of carbon dioxide, which is equivalent gases including methane, nitrous oxide and other greenhouse gases. So altogether these are responsible for the carbon footprint. Now in this figure you can see the different mixture of solvents and their carbon footprint. So figure 1, that is carbon footprints of all solvents per 1000 kg of recycled solvent. So after recycling, how the carbon footprints has been produced, that can be observed in this figure. Now this figure 2 where compares the average carbon footprint of recycled solvent with their respective virgin solvent. As indicated, recycling of these solvents leads to significant saving of greenhouse gas emission, which is ranging from 46 to 92% compared to the virgin solvent. So in this graph we can get idea, means if we directly release the virgin gas into the atmosphere and if we recycle that, so what is the difference between the carbon footprint that has been there into the environment. So this is how the recycle treatment helps to release a less amount of carbon dioxide into the environment and thereby they reduce the carbon footprints. Now we see the sustainability computation. How can we compute the sustainability by means of this recycling? So environment sustainability by reducing solvent emission. So here we have to reduce the solvent emission into the environment. So thereby we can sustain the environment. So there are several ways to lessen harmful solvent emission. So there are various techniques or various ways by which we can inhibit this solvent emission into the environment. So some methods have been developed to reduce the amount of harmful substances used throughout the course of reaction, either by performing the reaction under milder condition, for example in water, or without any liquid solvent at all. So instead of using organic solvent for any reaction, we can directly use water and thereby we can prevent the. So this idea is to eliminate emission by completely eliminating the source of the pollution. So this is how we can sustain the environment. Now another way to address the laboratory solvent emission is to reduce sample starting volumes. So this often requires a change in instrumentation and to a lesser degree a change in method. However, new reactions do not need to be developed. A third option for reducing emission is to treat solvent vapor with methods such as adsorption, thermal destruction or condensation before the vapor can be released into the atmosphere. So up until the evaporation step, the procedure remains the same, which eliminates the need to validate a new method. So adsorption works by passing vapor laden gas across an adsorbent, for example activated carbon or zeolite. So this is how we can sustain the environment by recycling.